Can podcasts make money? Of course podcasts can make money. A lot of people come across this situation where they want to do a show, but typically a lot of people quit on the show between episode 5 and 10. Why? Because they haven't figured out how to crack the crazy make money obstacle. But in this YouTube video, I'm gonna break down exactly how you can monetize your podcast completely for free, and I'm gonna give you a couple of ways that you can do it. Let's get into it. All right, so look, number one of my favorite things that you can do to monetize your podcast. But before we get into it, I wanna make sure that you like this episode right now. Like this episode right now and then subscribe to the podcast, all right? Now, productizing your podcast is probably the number one thing that you should do when it comes to monetizing. Or what is productizing? Productizing is when you take your asset, whether it's a digital asset or a physical asset, and you actually turn it into a product that can be monetized. And typically podcasters do not do this, which is why they have no offers. And when you have no offers, guess what? You can't monetize. So once you decide what you can actually productize, then you can start transitioning into, okay, well, what are my, in fact, offers? Okay? So the first offer that you should have once you productize is what I like to call a paid community. And I know a lot of you guys probably heard this already from people like Alex Hormozy, people like Russell Brunson. You know, these are titans in the game that are really, really championing this whole community thing. And the paid communities is easily how a podcast can make anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 a month using the audience that you already have. That's right. You don't need 1,000 YouTube subscribers. You don't need 10,000 downloads for your podcast. You don't even need 5,000 watch hours or 5,000 people watching your podcast to make this type of money. All you need is a dialed in audience that simply wants more access, right? That's really all that they want. So the number one way for you to monetize your podcast is with a paid community, because every single person that comes into the paid community is going to be paying you every single month, all right? So number one is a paid community. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it a little easier for you guys. I'm gonna leave the link below, my actual affiliate link for this software called WAP, which can get you started with developing your first digital paid community. So click the link below and start to set up your own WAP. Okay, number two, the second way for you to monetize your podcast, especially if you have a guest-based podcast, is what I like to call the VIP package, all right? The VIP package. So what is the VIP package? What we're doing is simply making it easier for our guests to take the assets from the podcast that they're on and be able to take these assets and then redistribute the assets on their own channels. So it could be YouTube, you know, short form, social media, email marketing, whatever, right? A lot of people are coming on these podcasts because they want content, they want authoritative content, and they want more people to know who they are. So why don't we just make it easier for them? So typically what's going to happen is your guest is going to want to come on a podcast and their episode is going to come out and they're going to absolutely do nothing with the content. So what we're going to do is we're going to package it up and make it easier for them to actually have the option to reuse the content. What does that mean? Well, we're going to take the full episode and we're going to have it available for them in a video form, in an audio form. We're going to put, let's say, 4 to 6 clips together for them, short form content. We're going to shoot a commercial for them in real time on the set, like a set just like this, where we're going to shoot the podcast. Make that commercial like highlight what they got going on. So if they do, let's say, insurance, let's make a commercial for them, and they're going to be basically talking about how they can help people with insurance. Take that commercial, you can put it in the podcast and also put it amongst these other additional pieces of assets.
All right, y'all, look, I had to interrupt the podcast episode to break down this exciting community that you need to join. Why? Because your podcast, you haven't figured out how to monetize. Maybe you're someone that used to be like me, where I didn't really have anyone that can hold me accountable, nor did I have a group that I felt comfortable about, you know what, this is my tribe, I can grow. Well, listen, we put that together. The Action Takers community, I'm teaching you guys monetization secrets, accountability, discipline, how you get better with content. And this is just a group that you want to grow with. Click the link below, join, you get 7 days free. Let's go.